In crisis situations, children can perceive anxiety, which can cause them to feel stressed. Depending on their age, their response may vary. Some may become overly attached, while others may withdraw. Some may become anxious, angry, or agitated, and others may even start wetting the bed. Here are 5 tips to help manage stress in children. Play. Encourage children to play and suggest activities to help them relax. Bond. Try to keep children close to their parents, caregivers, or family members. If separation is necessary due to hospitalization, quarantine, or isolation, try to ensure regular contact via telephone or any other available means. Routine. Establish a daily routine or schedule and stick to it as much as possible, especially in the house. Create a routine in which they can participate in household activities but also provide enough time to play and rest. Talk to them. Explain what's happening and provide clear information on how to reduce the risk of being infected by the disease. Be clear. Use words and phrases that are easily understood and age-appropriate. Calmly explain what could happen if your child or a family member begins feeling unwell. Let them know they may require medical attention or even hospitalization to make sure they recover. Remember, listen to their concerns, show them your support, and be there to reassure them. Bear in mind, this is also a difficult time for them and that they'll need the extra love and attention. For more information, please visit the Pan American Health Organization's website, www.paho.org/coronavirus.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Taking Care of Our Emotional Well-Being in These Trying Times. But before we formally start this activity, let us have a prayer first to be led by me, Joshua May Pigino Dipanon, followed by the Philippine National Anthem and CTU hymn. Dear God, thank you for all the blessings you have bestowed upon us. We are truly grateful for them. Thank you for allowing us today to meet and share our knowledge and time with one another in this webinar. May you extend your divine wisdom to our speakers so that they would be able to impart effectively their God-given knowledge to all of us. May they be blessed as they continue to bring their expertise to people who need them. Bless the participants as well so that they would be able to glean the vital information from this activity. May you bestow your blessings after this webinar so that we may go out and spread what we learned in the spirit of your love and generosity. May we realize that this webinar should glorify your name. Amen.
Abide from pride, and with pleasure in our heart and spirit, the same Spirit will survive. Home and mother, our searching soul, beloved university, from humble our goals, your early strange shores are meant to be truly free. Though our relevant force to harness and resource, and your patient technology, we will march up the front in a war against one, and make our heaven, let us be, and make our heaven, let us be. And onwards a certain great boldness, we set our course, from simple ordinary fool to great atlantic force, learning and yearning to set out in new directions, ambitious goals, for the generations that are yet to be, course of life and dignity. It's our once and future legacy for country and for university.
Once again, good morning and welcome to today's webinar. So to give us the knowledge about the webinar rules, please help me welcome Ms. Charlene Putot.
So here are the 5 golden rules for the entire webinar session. Okay, so first, ask questions relevant to the topic. Second, don't do any unnecessary comments while the webinar is ongoing. Third, type your questions, clarifications in the chat box. Fourth, participate to the request of the host. And lastly, stay seated and present for the entire webinar session.
Thank you, Ms. Charlene Putot. Emotional well-being encourages autonomy and proper decision-making skills. It is an important part of overall wellness. To better understand more of this topic, here is Ms. Charisse Jade A. Tangog, our first speaker for today.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? How was your quarantine life? I hope you're doing great. So today we will be talking about your emotional health. What would be the possible outcome of your emotional health in this time of pandemic? Well, the pandemic is not just a medical phenomenon. It affects your individual. It really affects your individuals and society that causes disruption, anxiety, and stress that really affect your emotional health. So let's talk about the possible outcomes. First, excessive crying and annoying behavior. You can feel that you're about to cry a lot because of what is happening right now. You're too emotional. You can't even handle your annoying behavior. Next is the increase of sadness, depression, or worry. A feeling of being alone, loneliness that leads you into depression, a feeling of overthinking, you always jump into conclusion, a feeling of left behind. It shows that your emotion is overflowing that you cannot even manage. So the third one is the difficulties with concentration and attention. It shows that you are lack of concentration, you can't even focus on your goal in life. It's because you are overdrawn with your overmuch emotion, your lack of attention that makes more sadder because it's a feeling of being disowned and neglected. It's the changes or avoiding the activities that you enjoy in the past. It's like the things that you are ignoring, the happy moments or the happy things that you are enjoying before. You can feel that it's no longer interesting and it makes you lazy at the same time. So the last one is unexpected headaches and pain throughout their bodies. A feeling of dizziness, unexpected headaches that turns into an emotional in some situation. Your body are giving up because your mind are giving up too. So these are the possible outcomes of your emotional health in this time of pandemic. Keep safe everyone. Thank you. Okay, to address all of these, the suggestions and conclusions, I will hand this to Miss Charlene Putut. Thank you and God bless.
What we are experiencing now is unpredictable. We need to work extra hard to manage our emotions well. Expect to have a lot of mixed feelings, emotions. Naturally, we feel panic, we feel anxiety, and maybe there are lots of and maybe weeks of panic, particularly when we see another news headlines that shows another positive cases in our area and even in our country. Now, let's see how to respond to make the best to deal with our emotional health in situations like this. Every person reacts differently to difficult or stressful times like this. While feeling worried is normal during these times, but if you do not care of yourself or for yourself, then many uncomfortable emotions can arise, such as sadness, anger, frustration, hopelessness, and address emotional concerns and may also lead to some suicidal thoughts. Making time to care for yourself during this time of uncertainty is important for your emotional health or your emotional well-being. So you can think clearly and help your long-term health and overall happiness. So here are some ways to care for yourself emotionally and or let's say self-care strategies. First, create a routine. So if you are unable to stick to your regular routines, you can create a new one. And to account for staying indoors, working from home, or other daily activities that will force to change. And creating a routine or a ritual can help make a new normal by implementing some structure into each day. Integrate old and new enjoyable habits into your new daily routines. Second, daily check in. Make time to check into yourself every day. Notice and accept how you feel, deciding when and how often to check in with yourself helps to take some sense or control in your life. You can also find a comfortable place to sit up straight and close your eyes. Take a deep breath and clench your jaw and check in your mind and your body. Don't try to change anything, just notice it and bring attention to it. How do you feel? How do you feel? Do you feel tight or tense anywhere? What you're holding on to? Uh, Take a few more deep breaths if you can sit with your feelings for a few minutes. You may notice less intensity. Emotions exist for a reason. And so they let you know that something feels right or wrong. And also, ignoring emotions may temporarily make you feel better. However, simply acknowledging each emotion can help you feel like you are not uncontrolled by any negative emotions. The other good news about emotions is they are constantly changing. Third, reframe your thoughts. By attempting to keep a focus on opportunities rather than challenges and on what you are grateful for, you can reframe negative thoughts in a positive way. May you now have more time to reach out to your friends, your families, and you don't talk too often enough. Or maybe now you can embrace a hobby you never felt like you had enough time for. Fourth, make time to rest. Making time to unwind is critical for effective self-care. Often, an individual can feel guilty or anxious when deciding to rest in when deciding to rest. It is important to make time for yourself to do nothing or something that you enjoy doing for yourself. You are the best person you give yourself. You're the best person to give yourself permission to rest, permission to be kind and loving with yourself. Treat yourself like you would treat your friends. 5. Engage in healthy activities. Take care of your body, mentally and physically. Take deep breath often. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, restful sleep per night by limiting television, telephone, and computer use prior to going to the bedroom. And limit the daytime naps to no longer than 20 minutes. In addition, stay physically active daily. Eat well, balanced diet, and drink enough water to stay hydrated. All these activities can help you improve your sleep at night, while can help you feel rested in the morning. A well-rested mind is a calm mind. And finally, stay connected to your friends and family or to your loved ones, especially in times of crisis or difficulty times. We are humans. We strive on social interactions and connectedness. A way to combat this is to set up scheduled phone calls, Zoom meeting or video calls with friends and family to maintain a sense of connectedness. Schedule routine calls and other ways to connect with your loved ones. It is important to talk about your feelings as well as enjoy conversation that is unrelated to the pandemic. It is related to pandemic, and it would be a big help to you and also to your loved ones.
Emotional health and well-being is not only about feeling confident and happy. It is also about being positively engaged with the world and having a strong sense of self-esteem. There is significant evidence that good emotional health and well-being also contributes to the good physical health. Thank you, Ms. Charisse Tangob and Ms. Charlene Putot, for sharing us your God-given knowledge today, and thank you everyone for attending our webinar, Taking Care of Our Emotional Well-Being in These Trying Times. If you have any other questions, please contact cct.emotionalhealth@gmail.com. Once you leave today's webinar, you will receive a survey on the presentation, and we would appreciate if you would complete that and provide your feedback. Once again, thank you for joining us today and have a great rest of your day. Bye everyone!
still abide. From a simple solitary room to great unsolving wine. And each time the brave heart remembers your humble story, it fills with pride. And with pleasure in our heart and spirit, the same Spirit will survive. Home and mother, our searching soul, beloved university. From humble our goals, your early strange shores are made to be truly free. Though our relevant force to our distance resource, and your patient technology, we will march at the front in a war against want, and make our heaven, let us be, and make our heaven, let us be. And onwards ascending with boldness, we set our course. From simple ordinary fool, you bring on an active force. Learning and yearning to set out in new directions, ambitious goals, for the generations that are yet to be. Course of life and dignity. These are once and future legacy for country and for